Jerry, saludos, buenas tardes. How you doing today? Saludos, saludos, homie. Ignorance, good afternoon. Desparado 13, Yule, buenas tardes. Todo bien, hope you're doing well, Desparado. Happy Friday, Jerry. Everything's been calm today. Thank you, God. Been trying to just lace around today. I'll be honest with everyone. Oakland, saludos, gracias. I hope you're doing well too. X-Rated, saludos, homie, bendiciones, carnal. Gino, muy buenas tardes, saludos. Young 6660, muy buenas tardes, blessings to you and family. Stone, great to see you, buenas tardes. Oscar, igualmente, I send mine right back to you, muy buenas tardes. Desparado, yeah. Yeah, I actually try to catch up on the comments, on everyone's comments today. And I seen on his video, there's a lot of angry people. A lot of angry people. Since you're mentioning Desperado, calling me out of every name, you can think of. If you look at me in that sense, the same as him, that's cool. I could see that the telling on YouTube don't really have a factor, right? Which I understand there's a lot of civilians, but please don't compare me to a ex-offender, you know. I would never do that to a lady, and especially a dude. Park, great to see you. Yeah, he's always been a scary cat. Thank you, Young 6060. I've been just at home reading, to be honest, all day, trying to catch up on the messages. I was backed up a lot, going back and forth everywhere. Hey, Park, great afternoon again. Luis Soto, much love to you. Eric Kesho, I send mine right back to you. John Doe, great to see you, my boy. ¿Cómo estate? Capture the jardín. Yeah. Capture of El Jardinero, X-rated. Yeah, that, I understand that. Like I said, I also understand there's a lot of civilians. Good afternoon, Rose. Great to see you. Igualmente, Gino, buen fin de semana. That don't really care about that prison's telling and stuff, but abusing a lady and a man, you know, don't compare me to that, please. Oscar, muchísimas gracias for that. I thank you from the heart. It's much appreciated. Gracias, John Doe. Yeah, Stomp Valencia. Yeah, Stomp was done regardless. So, you know, so it's another big old politicker. Cali Big Dog, saludos, great to see you. Yeah, more so in the neighboring states, Nayarit, Jalisco. Here, the first day they captured him, it went crazy. Well, you could still see parts of it yesterday here too. Excuse me. Gracias, Oscar. Igualmente, much love and respect to you and family. Finish some spaghetti. I'm being nosy, real sorry. Porque Iroh, sorry if I say it wrong, Iroh 110, ¿por qué te gustó esta vida? Muy buenas tardes, primero, no me gustó, sino pues, desgraciadamente es donde uno crece, Tank Only 59, saludos, respetos, good afternoon, great to see you. Provecho, Eric, from the Sierra. Oh, definitely, I know a few people up there, we could ask John Doe, but you know what them girls want. Jason, buenas tardes, saludos, blessings, great Friday. Aaron, good question. Yeah, it wasn't really Aaron a choice in my case, I was just brought into the lifestyle, you could say, I grew up around it my whole life, though, I come from the gutter, so. Santos, saludos, muy buenas tardes. Yeah, Stone. What we see growing up, we don't really have an option, and believe me, it was difficult for me, because since I was a kid, I don't knew how to separate. I don't know if you guys get it. For example, I always went back and forth from the rancho to home, So you guys know it ain't the same out here in the rancho than out at home with the enemiga, So I had to separate, Like here, you could literally get everything in order, go up in Doma, fool, in downtown Plaza or whatever, and nothing's gonna happen. Over there, you gotta separate, X-rated. Gracias. Yeah, I feel good. Feel good. Gracias. Yeah, muchísimas gracias. I appreciate you being here. Likewise, much love and respect. X-rated. Oh, Iron, gracias. Te lo agradezco. Te lo agradezco muchísimo. Yeah, that's all they want out here, Or sometimes it's a spider web, They're lined up with family and or with your people, and it's just part of out here, And over there, it's like you tend to do things like out here, and then you can get slammed for life. Oh, excuse me, everyone. I'm so sorry, everyone. But you guys seen what happened to me at 16? Overdated and got slammed with the double life sentence. So, oh, okay. And I was gonna ask this morning part, but I didn't dare to. I felt I was out of bounds asking, but now I get it. Yeah, con billetes and they want to get out the sierra, my boy. That's the bottom line. Gracias, John Doe. Okay, part. Cat it high. Hope you're doing well. Oscar, buenas tardes, gracias, muchos saludos. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good as family. Yeah, Iron, I remember back when I was a kid, right? Like before YA, after YA, he came out here and there was no such thing as plazas. It was basically you had to earn yours like in the States by plomo y sangre. But this time I got out, it was a trip. It's way different. Gracias, Jando. Colada carnal and sales seafood. Oh hell yeah, Luis Soto. Some good seafood out there. All right, young 6060. Muchas gracias for stopping in. I hope it's able to help. Yeah, I should though. I hope so. Desperado. I don't know. Since I stopped being on that channel, I honestly stopped communicating with them. That what I put out on him were the reasons why we stopped talking. But I'm assuming he just wanted to do his family thing. Eric, I don't drink. I haven't drank in long, long time. Yeah, I think he wants to do his just family thing. Nick Lego, saludos, buenas tardes. Yeah, yeah, hyped up, huh? Iron. Yeah, Park. Yesterday I was so tired and beat. I excused myself from the live. I knew I was beat in. I was real tired yesterday. Juan, muy buenas tardes. Great to see you. You didn't get a notification? Yeah, YouTube been doing that. They told me to start doing a lot of shorts so that a lot more notifications go out. I don't know. Okay. More than likely, though. Oh, yeah, a long time ago. Felipe, muy buenas tardes. Saludos, blessings to you, como familia. Yeah, oh, definitely. The movies had a big plate in it, you know. I haven't seen Colors still, or none of the movies, but I think it's like everything, you know. I'm your Huckleberry. Good afternoon. Great. Likewise, I send mine to you. Luis, saludos to you in all New Jersey. I think so, Agent. I think so. You know, it's another one that Conejo, you see how he made all his stories? Imagine him sitting down in the briefing chair. Do you guys think he spoke to IGI? Mike Pina, Mike's love and respect. Good afternoon. Thank you, John Doe. I'm sorry, everyone. I think I'm catching the flu. I'm your Huckleberry. I'm glad to hear she's good. And that is, it's a blessing that we look at it. They seen how it is, so now they can map out how to go about it to help her, Again, I'll be praying for mom's hope for a speedy recovery. Pura gente del sombrero. San Diego, mis saludos, respetos. Gracias, todo bien. I hope you and family are well and blessed. Oh, yeah. They all do, The bottom line is when they debrief, you know, Jose Martinez, buenas tardes. Gracias, I appreciate your wishes. Hope you are doing well this Friday as family. '87 clip, good afternoon. Favorite? None of them, right? But the one that helped me with my case was Little Jimmy. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but him and an older individual. He was an original Bluebird. What was his name? Blue? I believe it was Blue. He was a cool individual. But Blue got tired and he walked off. Jimmy, I haven't seen since the county. The rest, every one of them have an agenda, act just like we did. Yeah, we're Hollywood writers, right? Yeah, they told me I should look into stem cells. The thing is, iron. Oh, I want everyone to know that any of everything that comes out of YouTube, I go down the middle with my knees first and foremost, and then the rest goes in for that damn head surgery or medication. Stem cells is just. I looked into them before. Blue, he was from San Diego. Crime time. Good afternoon. Yeah, do please press the like. Yeah, yeah, pork. I've been pigging out today. This morning I had a torta con huevo con chorizo. This afternoon I made a burger, but I made my own meat, and you know, I know I still gotta maintain some sort of a diet. 87.6. No, you know, the reasons I stepped back wasn't had nothing to do with me catching cancer. I stepped back because of what was going on with D and the other carnales and me in the middle, and then taking out a family member for no excuse at all, just because they thought I was up in the hills and I was nobody and they could get away with it pretty much. And I stepped back to honestly start hunting some fools on a personal tip. Yeah, they told me they would be real good. But since right now I'm going through all that treatments like chemo and I'm waiting for the head surgery, and I think they got to do a surgery on the thrombosis for my lungs. And Mexico's funny because the insurance I pay is they cover they cover well, like 2/3 of the surgeries, but I still gotta. Yeah, burger. I just did the meat, the bread and integral. Just a lot of vegetables. Yeah, the briefing says it in his name. They can sugarcoat it all they want. The briefing is telling. You're gonna go in and tell everything you know, everything you've seen, everything you've been around, even from the streets. They could sugarcoat it. You know what? It's funny how, maybe Enriquez don't want to be left on only to be the biggest, but it's funny he's the one pulling all them cats cover that they debrief and say, "Oh, I only told them myself." I'm your Huckleberry. Gracias. Yeah, do press the like button. Oh, and yesterday I forgot on that clip they sent me yesterday, I believe. The nerve of some people, still paperwork, paperwork. God, man, I think this paperwork is the most shown paperwork there is out there. Still wants more. Thank you, John Doe. That's right, Mike. Yeah, Canconi, there was actually a few home camaradas that could, they had They had vocals on them. They were just caught up in the live, you know. Gracias Park. Yeah, I try to make it as healthy as possible, you know. Lo hiciste en el Terre. Guanatos, Guadalajara. Joe, good afternoon, saludos. Thank you. Yeah, today's a great day. Thank you. S1, blessings, bro. Good afternoon. Yeah, I met Casper. Crime time. I met Casper. He was actually up north when I did that to meet you. No, 80 cents clip. No, I rather just not do any at all, you know? Nah, on a personal tip, that would just never happen. It didn't matter if they paid me, you know? I ain't nobody, never been nobody I know, but I will not. No, bros, it's a process they have to do. We used to get validated, right? Like I told my story, you know, I came from Tehachapi with a validation packet. I had three simple points. It's BS points, right? Drawing, a birthday card, tutorial, things like that. And so when I 602 that, I beat it. It was nothing. But they already had one behind that with, I don't even remember how many points, recordings and stuff. And that's just to slam you. And they used to not let you out the shoe at all. If you're a lifer, you're going to spend life in the shoe. And the only way out was to die or debrief to go to them yards, you know? Oops, that's one. Exactly. Michoacan, Mexico. Oh, that's a trip. That's the first I heard they're out there too. I heard they're out in Guadalajara. Because right here in Culiacan there was one. But he actually moved out to Nuevo Vallarta. Ah, Luis Soto. Thank you so much for your love. Highly appreciate you. Gracias. Package. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Huckleberry 100% fact. Nah, I know. 87. 87. But you gotta remember, on a personal tip, I was there. One of the last fools he had an order on was me. Me and two righteous camaradas, we went at it with fierros. One and two. Me personally, I could never get past him sexually abusing a woman. You know, if you don't want to speak about him doing it on a man, that's cool, but on a lady, no. And I seen when he went down the line putting everybody away, even people that, to be honest, it was all lies. But then again, like I said, it's personal, you know. Package, package, Joe, package. Estaba muerto when got off pain. Yeah, I heard they're very good. I looked into them, I'm telling you. Iron, I have studied them and looked into where the best spots at. And I know it might be something, especially in my case, you know, that I had my heart repair and had them brain attacks, everything that lymphoma has been causing, it might be a good thing, you know. All right, Mike. I'll try to. Luis Soto again, muchas gracias. Did you see Casper on the Ratas channel? Nah, I didn't see him. Dispensa, Crime Time. I don't really watch YouTube, you know. 87 is finished when all these questions. Did you Crav, great to see you. Buenas tardes. Happy Friday. Saludos, blessings. 5 de Mayo. Is it? Newfound freedom. Yeah, and I respect that 87, you know. Like I said before in my videos, you know, I wish nobody to end up doing life in prison, right? Everybody, I was a double lifer. I'd be a hypocrite to say, yeah, keep them slammed down. No, everyone deserves to come home, and you know what they do with their new found freedom is up to them, you know. But like I say, you know, I mean no disrespect. Personally, it's just personal, you know, with Enriquez, and I rather just keep parts, you know. Haha, no, that's my nickname. Oh, okay, okay, Joe. Haha, excuse me, everyone. Yeah, Park. You know, I said yesterday I was gonna stop talking about him. You know, him and that one cat and his butt buddy, and I'm straight. You know, how's your Friday been, Trav? Great to have you join us on a live. Ha, Luis. Yeah, it's different out here, Luis. Definitely. That's why I was telling everybody it's when you're little going back and forth, you have to learn how to separate, you know. If not, you're gonna get caught up, especially in the States, you know. Taking some of Sinaloa to the States is T from 805. T, no. Oh, yes, sir, I did. You're talking about old man, right? Gracias, 87. I respect. Thank you. It means a lot. Exactly, Rose. Oh, it is? Oh, that's right. Feliz 5 de Mayo. Get your draft. Hope you enjoy it. You taking family to the fiesta? Vincent, buenas tardes. Yeah. Last time I looked at it though, I don't know how much it was for you. Was in Jalisco 13 per section, you know? 87, definitely. That I agree with you. That I agree with you. He played his neighborhood, he played the mob, he played the system, he won. That I said, I always said, you know? If you ask someone here like 2 years ago, he asked me, do you think so and so's gonna come? I told him exactly, yeah, he's gonna come. Watch, and a little later he came. I agree with you on that. Okay, carnal. Are you gonna visit family? Are you gonna have family go with you to Fiesta de Cinco? Andas arriba, Bam Bam. Saludos, buenas tardes. Familiar. What was Big Evil's favorite song? 87. I was never tied up to Evil like that, you know? When I first got out, I seen him. He tested me. Then I was there with him for a short time. Then I went down to TJ, then Sonora. Then after that, we met in jail pretty much. You know, Joe, yeah, you can't say nothing against that, right? It's on Tuesday, okay. Really mellow? That's right, man. Cause Agent, that cat has a man. He has the need to be the spot of attention. Whew, his egos. That's just something that ain't never going to change. You know, 17. Yeah, well, then it wasn't as bad where I seen him at. 17,000. Yeah, where I seen him at were 13,000 per section. Oh, that's right, Carnal. Those are the moments to enjoy, Trav. Enjoy them, Carnal. It's an honor hearing that. Okay, Park. Yeah, I know. You know me and my boys, but I don't really do any type of holidays or celebrations, to be honest with you. Really, Mike? Man, yeah, to all the moms, thanks for letting me know. And I'm so spaced out on dates, it's not even funny. Oh, really, Vincent? Yeah, I should on the reaction. I think he's just a camarada, you know? I think of him, I see a homie, you know? Well, what you would consider a homie. I don't think really anything, good or bad, he has carried himself somewhat to both angles, right? But again, my respects, I don't. All right, Chile, good afternoon. Great to see you. Be safe. Gracias. Oh, that's right, Eric. Enjoy. Dorleen, happy Friday. Great to see you. Blessings to you always. You know that. How's your Friday been so far? Mr. Juarez, saludos. Great to see you. Oh, big time. Big time. It does affect Jalisco. Mr. Juarez, 87, I'm your him. No, you just have to know room. Yeah, do please, Park. Because I'm a Shermhead when it comes to dates. You know, I'm just, honestly, I'm just so used to being slammed down that every day is the same. Listen to a heroin addict with a fourth grade education is a weird move. 87. Yeah, un taco. I was able to rest like at 4:30 in the morning, darling. I kept reading, and how about you? Unos dos, tres tacos. You gotta pull up to the World Cup, FIFA in Guadalajara. Yeah, they were telling me about that actually today, Mr. Juarez. Yeah, to say the least, man. You guys are really just taking it easy on homeboy. Believe me, when you're talking about that funny dude with glasses, you guys are taking it easy on him. Believe me, you know. 87 year content. Nah, Trav, my pleasure. I consider all camaradas to be held with the utmost respect. Agent, como tú veas fit. Triple A, my boy, great to see you. Peter, great to see you. Good afternoon. Yeah, please. Oh, that's right. Oakland, I'm glad you're home. Kick back and relax. And, yeah, please re- treat each other with respect. Questions, that's why I come on here, to touch base with everyone. So they could ask me whatever. If the question is unfit, then S1 and H and Orange Park, they know. And if not, then it's my pleasure, to touch on it. I don't know if you haven't heard my story right on my channel, user, but it was basically an incident, you could say. I grew up with norteños, homie. Yeah, yeah, Bam Bam. I just came to learn to just listen, from afar. I never, ever go in that channel unless one of my friends on my channel tells me, like, hey, check this out. And I go in there and look at it. Other than that, I'm straight. Someone said yesterday to give him a view and a like, to me, is a lot, you know? Yeah, an easy way out, that's for sure. I still can't stay at work for Cinco de Mayo or Oakland. When did they do it in Oakland? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, Julio. He's probably enjoying family today, viernes. Gracias. Thank you, Jason, for your understanding. I'm your Huckleberry. Thank you for your understanding. Oakland. I'm from Sinaloa, right next door. Spent a lot of time in Nayarit, though. And then some personal. I got familia there too. We just skipping a hop. I'm from Santa Rosa, California, but I always come back, back and forth, mostly here in Culiacan. But I got familia there in Nayarit, and one and two. When I got out here, it was that little area of those Mazatelecos, Beltranes, and stuff. So I was going in and out a lot of Nayarit, Oakland, Minji. Minji, I'm glad to hear there's peace. I hope moms and pops are doing good. I'm going through Huskins disease, and basically realizing it or finding out about it very late. Let's hit those likes. Thank you, Park. Yeah, let's hit those likes. Oh, it is in Sanjo? Oh, I bet it's one. Oh, okay. I think you double top. You sure? I'm not really sure how you do it, Dispensa. I'm not really tech savvy. Can somebody help me? How to give a like? All right, my boy John Doe. It was a pleasure. Thank you for giving me some time. You enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend. Whole family's well and blessed. Ya sabes, my boy. Gracias. Oh, no wonder S1's a little absent today. He's a little with a foot out the door and a foot inside, like Boogie. Or wait, my family is from Nayarit. I go every year. Oh, that's right. Nayarit's beautiful, Oakland. I got a lot of family, all over Nayarit, to be sincere. I'm like a stranger, I hardly go, but they're out there. Mochomera. Yeah, la Mochomera, ahí anda. Oh, that's right. That's one it is. Oh, that's right. Enjoy, bro. I hope you enjoy the moment. For my Mex, buenas tardes. Great to see you. Exit out of chat. Yeah, my most sincere best wishes. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm your Huckleberry for your understanding. Fernando, saludos. Buenas tardes. Runners Plug, great to see you. It's always a pleasure. How's your Friday been? Coro, a 70-30 split. I don't understand, Vincent. Then why is it asking a 70-30 split? Did I skip a question? I apologize, Vincent. Oscar, James, Clarity. Great afternoon. Great to see you. Some ramen, original ramen or akayaya? Oh yeah, Jesse, I am. I'm sorry, I'm so backed up. But for the next, let's just say month, right? I'm gonna be here because of the chemo, so I'm gonna try to catch up and touch on that. I'm sorry, Jesse, on the time delay. I've been near it, Luis Soto. I haven't been to it per se. It's just too hot to go in that. If you understand what I'm trying to say. But I've never been individual. Like, I'll be honest with you, up until couple years I haven't been a believer pretty much of nothing. I remember coming out here and everybody was hype about La Santa Muerte and like, for example, Malverde and a whole bunch. And me is like, mis respetos, but I stayed away to be sincere, especially in spots like that where there's a lot of heat there. Who was most solid? Mexican scene hold it down. No gang, nothing, just say independent man. Man, I gotta give it up to Border Brother Flaco. I don't know if I told this story before, but that fool, he went against the green. Straight up went against the green in Corcoran and he didn't give. He kept coming out to the concrete yard with everyone. And I gotta give it up to him that he stood alone in the system. Oh, you are watching boxing? Thank you, Shanes. I appreciate your words. You, sir, yeah, I'm gonna touch on that. I keep wanting to go back. Westminster, okay. Enjoy, Runner's Plug. Hugo, saludos. Macho Prieto, straight up, Runner's Plug. That fool was a hog. The times at El Cochiloco, there wasn't really too much going on, you know what I mean? Macho Pietro's, it was. We just gotta keep it honest. Arturo, saludos. I really think if Macho Prieto would have held his ground solo, he would have had a place till day. Thank you, Arturo. El Ondeado was another one. They put their trust where they shouldn't have. Man, imagine the one old man just to speak Runner's Plug on individuals right from his faction. Man, just Chino Anthrax. I can think of another two Anthrax. El Ondeado, Macho Prieto. Damn, he helped turn in a Chapo twice. Ovidio. Damn. El JT. Yeah, I met Border Brothers when they were in the system. I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear about the Border Brothers. Well, be lying to you. I heard about Border Brothers from Oakland since I was out, because I'm from the Bay Area too. But definitely it's a whole different thing in the system. You know, it was a movement. I did a jale in Quilmas with Pelon from He was from Jalisco, but he was out there in Oakland. But it was a whole different cha-cha, you know. Water Brothers, they earned them BBs inside, you know. But the one I'm speaking of, Flaco, he got in an argument with a Pili and basically told the Pili, shit, do what you're gonna do and shut it. And that fool came out. Not once, twice, like three, four times, and got booked, you know. But I met a few homies, you know, that they just they keep coming out. I would have came out, you know, till either the Greens stopped me from going out or homies took care of their business, you know. But they were being told. Runner's plug, muchas gracias for that. I appreciate your love. Te lo agradezco mucho. Puro para adelante. Gracias. Live phone calls. I don't know how to do that live stream or StreamYard, excuse me, so I could start taking phone calls. But I want to start doing it every live, at least one, you know, someone to come on and just help me with, not help me, but give me the honor to be on the live with me, you know. Smash a like button for the real homie. Thank you, I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, inside is different. At least in them times, you know. In them times, it was BBs were the ones. It was the paisanos, but the ones that grew up in neighborhoods. Oakland, literally, that's what it circled at, or it came down to it. You know, in California, was all the paisanos that grew up with homies, but never never jumped ships into a neighborhood. You know, and they consider themselves paisas, but they had that estilo. You know, that mentality, and turned their BBs. Till squads started slamming him down from having them BBs. I had a BB Selly in Ironwood for a short time. Not like 2 days, cause we went out and did something on a paisano, right? And they separated us, but he was a cool dude, and he was from Nayarit. As a matter of fact, he was from Villa Hidalgo, Nayarit, if I remember correct. And he had his BBs down here. And then Aguila was down there, Wessels. There was a whole bunch of BBs down there, but they were from all over, you know. Like Aguila had grew up in Orange County. Cora grew up north. I forgot exactly where. I was part of that movement too in Ironwood when Beard there was a riot and they killed a paisano, you know, and that's when Chino and others came down hard. You know, everybody involved in that riot got put on the lista, you know, and there was no more of that. Oh, Shanes, thank you so much for that. I highly appreciate you. Big Stan, saludos. Good Friday to you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Shane, so clarity, thank you for that on the Buy Me a Coffee. I appreciate you. Juan, homie, make a video of the story of the BBs. I want to touch on it. I never really thought about it in depth till right now, going back and forth with Oakland, you know. They have a good history, though, at least in California. When you were 35, Big Stand, that's exactly how they work. I won't give you an example, right? And you tell me what you think, right? Let's just say Soledad, C yard, level 2, 50-50 yard. It's been 50-50 for 10 years. If you land there, you to take off ASAP. You have literally 72 hours. Let's say a gangster, for example, lands in that yard. It becomes good automatically. And you know why? Because he's not going to get off, but he's going to make it good. And all of a sudden, everyone on the yard is good now. And whoever isn't is going to be removed, right? Which be one or two, I guarantee. But as long as gangster's there, then it's good. Once he leaves, it goes back to being a 50-50 yard. And you know why they do that, right? Parker, you just popped my hopes. Yeah, I heard. It's been the biggest thing out here, AAA. Yeah, and it's true. Well, that's right, Arturo. Thank you, God. I hope you keep selling a lot of them. Nah, Jason, always do please ask if you seen miss a question is because this thing sometimes goes, and I try to answer everyone. See, like that, Oakland says, is that so, Mike? I didn't see that that comment. I apologize, Mike. Huckleberry. All right, Huckleberry. Hope you have a great Friday and rest of your weekend. Many blessings to you and family. Thank you for sharing. Cause yeah, Big Sam. I also heard Ironwood. Ironwood I heard was no good. Period. Not 50-50, but you know, again, that's the way they work. They make yards good, bad according to them. They don't even flip flop people, gente. That's the funny part. They consider them no land yards, curfew yards, and when they land, all of a sudden becomes good, but they don't even flip flop, gente. They maintain the same people that they consider. That's why we can't land there. It's not what, Jeff. A stance of man of honor or man with honor, you could say. Drunk driver. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Rose. El Isidro. Yeah, he's already in the mix. Triple A. Yeah, Juan, I appreciate you. That would be great. There's no such thing if they consider it no curfew or you have to get off. You basically got to get off till you make level 3 points because pretty much right now level 2s are all no stay yards unless Billy's there, or a senor or a member. Yeah, the last few years more so than ever. Mobs, feliz viernes, saludos, buenas tardes. That's the whole point. Saints or clarity. That's the whole point. If you don't go to prison, that's better. I've never stepped foot in it. It don't matter if we're a fire cramp to a level 1 to a level 2. You're doing time. Nah, you're good if he's there. Big Stan. If he's there or another member, you're good. But if none of them is there, I don't know how they would consider that yard now. Because I had heard all Ironwood was no good. It went all bad. But, gangsters been there, so I don't know if they flip flopped the yard or. Because as far as I know, the only good level 2s right now are the ones that were members at, 1 or 2. So if a member's at the yard you land in, then you're straight. But other than that, it's pretty much you got 72 hours type of thing to get off. Yeah, I understand that, Peter. Rolling R's, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you, Shanes. Yeah, Big Stan. That's the head scratcher right there. Big Stan. You know, it makes no sense, right? Gracias, Oakland. I got out September 13 of 2018. And out here in Mex. And then out here in Mex, I did pretty much about 4 years in and out of federals and state. 2024, I was still up there, I believe, in the ranch. 23. Everything we were doing out here in Mex was for the for the states. You know what I mean? Jeff, hope you have a blessed rest of your Friday. Thank you for stopping in. Saludos. Yeah, Park. I was hoping. I fell asleep. I'm so sorry. I set the alarm and I fell asleep. Yeah, Oscar. That's something I never thought I was gonna see. I'll be honest with everyone. I mean, it's firmes, it's cool, but Central Yard. Yeah, it is because of there's a member there. You do good. You always reply. Lots of energy and focus. So long. Discipline, and I appreciate your time and energy. Nah, Jason, is my pleasure. You guys give me your time. You know, I'm forever grateful. I really wish I could do more, but I am. I got something in the works, Just, I don't want to say it no more because last time I said it, sometimes things go south and I want to keep my word with you guys. No, I didn't. Mobs, Altiplano, nah. Feds, just 14 right here in Durango, right here, in Mazatlan, and in Oaxaca, El Tres. The rest were state, four state, if I remember correctly. El Benny, saludos, great Friday to you. Yeah, let's hit the likes, por favor. Yeah, I went in early. Okay, Oakland. Glad you're home. Yeah, Park, I just been up here in my room pretty much reading. I only went down to eat something, feed the dog, walk. I walked twice today, so it's been a good day today. Henry, good afternoon. Great Friday to you. Great to see you. In the 70s and 80s, I remember Banks was a thing. Yeah, I heard back in the day, them armored trucks, You, sir, I've never looked over my shoulder. Never. You, sir. And I know a lot of people don't believe me, but, you know, one thing Enriquez he talks about is it's a fact. To build a pipeline in Mexico, it takes a direct family member. If I could only speak about all the losses, right? That's why when my thing was personal, I never got in the mix. They come today to the ranch. I'd be sitting in a marca literally. And they're right there with my uncle doing their thing. I never get involved, never went against that, and I never will. But I never do. I have to look over my shoulder because of the things I did in Mexico, because of the people here in Mexico. That's a fact. Gracias, Oscar. I appreciate your words. But it's because to build that pipeline, and it was, I'm not going to say it was hard work, but we threw the world on up against us. Uh, no, agent. I will never wish prison on nobody. I'm sincere on that. If I was gonna think from left field like that about somebody, it would be different. It wouldn't be prison, believe me. Yeah, Oscar. I know. Nah, gracias a ti, Juana. I appreciate you. I always do. Gracias. Big stand. I'll never do that. For sure that. You know, never. What kind of person would I be? 23 years, 11 months, and trying to post it out here, to the dot, to then speak against about it. Nah, never that, man. I would never disrespect those gone, either that fell up in the cerro, up in a town, and we basically had to leave them there. Or the prisons in Mexico. There ain't no joke when it comes to us. Don't matter if you're sureño, norteño, bulldog, whatever. You're from California, you consider pocho, plástico. And how many homies are doing life and they just get forgotten in there, and are sitting there in a Mexican prison. It's rough. Just by following orders, it's following program. I would never do that. Okay, Peter. That's what the weekends are for, though. Yeah, I just been trying to catch up because I think I'm coming down with the flu park, and I don't want to because Monday I have chemo, and if I come down with the flu, they're gonna turn me around, and I don't want to be wasting time no more. Yeah, agent, I would never wish prison on nobody. Sincerely. Rather, if I think negative of them, I think it's easier just to push them aside. I think everybody has a right to be free. If I think everybody should be their own man too. If you mess up your freedom, then I think it's too much to know what you're really signing up for. It ain't like back in the days when there was not nobody speaking about it. You had to go in and find out on the red. Oh, okay, Oscar. People would consider 20 years a career. Yeah, 20 years of career will let me Agent Orange. That career, man. It's sad, but it will come back and keep you up. I haven't heard of OG Shadow in a while. I don't know if he's alright. Yeah, Mike. As long as you're born in the states, they don't really like you. But it's part of how they get treated in the feds. You, sir, do you think gangs are a thing of the past? MDR, good afternoon. Saludos. Uh, I don't think gangs are gonna disappear. You, sir. I think they're gonna evolve though to something completely different. The new generation is their turn to shine. They're gonna do it their own way, and I think it's gonna leave a lot of people with their mouth open. Because especially like me that started in the late '80s, you compare it to nowadays, it's like it's stuff we were looking at and dealing with. But now it's okay. So I think it's new generation, and you gotta respect and boy involvement. It's gonna look like it's gonna disappear because of well, everything. The way I thought, dress codes, everything in general. Discipline, even if it maintains as it is, they're gonna have to apply new rules and regulations. Agent, thank you. That's the last time I heard his buy me a coffee is still good. What about Sporty from White Fence? Yeah, I know Sporty. Oh, okay, Park Boy, saludos. Good afternoon. Ah, Jason, thank you. Yeah, do hit the likes, por favor. And now that I think about it, El Benny, good afternoon again. I met quite a, quite a bunch of Billies from White fans on Sporty, Wolfie, or Playboy. How they knew him in Corcoran, White Dan, D. What was this Billy's name? Just over there on 8 yard to Tehachapi. Forgot his name though. Then Chino from White fans, but from the west side, I believe. The new generation is definitely different. Rolling R's, 100%. Trav del Sur, buenas noches, carnal. Gracias for stopping in. That's awesome. Enjoy, carnal. Family and la fiesta. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, sporty. It's funny how it came to an end, huh? I mean, El Benny, you sir was just asking me about that, and we think about Sporty's end and we look at how they're behaving now on the líneas and it's like, you know, oh, there he is. CPT Pops, great to see you. Buenas noches. CTP Pops, muchas gracias for not the last life, but the one before for the buy me a coffee. I seen it. I left a message. I highly thank you from the heart. All right, El Benny. Elmer, muchas gracias. I appreciate your wishes. I hope you and family are well. Yeah, big stand. Nah, he was from Grape. John Doe, tall, light complected. They look dead alike. But I remember because I tattooed on him. And I tattooed Grape Street on him. Gracias, CPT Pops. Where did I put it? As a matter of fact, what, John Doe? I put it somewhere here. I put some grapes. And I put a phrase right here. Yeah, it's probably a different one. But yeah, I collaged some grapes into some drawings I did on him on his chest. And a saying about Gray Street. Gracias, Jando. Folgers. Well, now I've been drinking Folgers, after so many years. Big stand. As a matter of fact, look, I was drinking one before I went on the live. Look what my niece gave me. Guess when she gave me this? When I went on the little streak of killing that hog. You guys remember? Nah, never that, my boy. John Doe, gracias for your look. I drank some earlier because I was being lazy all day, my boy, I'll be honest. So I made a little bit earlier. Yeah, I love Folgers. If like, for example, the one they sell out here, what is it? It's Next Cafe. I drink it, but not every day. Folgers is an everyday thing. Porky Pig, yeah. She tried to give it to me, making fun of me. 'Cause Chanata style, yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Henry. I just don't eat galletas. Sprayed something different up there. Okay, I get it. Ray, Cule, buenas noches, buenas tardes, perdón. Yeah, that's how I used to drink it too. But it hits. We're used to it like that when we're busted, John Doe. But when you stop for a few years and you take it, retake it, it hits. I remember those from county mobs with the Milky Way bar or Three Musketeers. El Michigan, the broke scrap. Sí, Park, estoy contigo. Sí, con las pitayas. I love pitayas. You like them too? Mike Espinosa, saludos, buenas tardes. Todo bien, gracias. Igualmente to you and family. Oh, that's right, Shady Boy. Buenas tardes, saludos. That's right. Francisco, muy buenas noches, saludos. Gracias, Park. And yeah, I love it too. Oh, that's right, agent. Jelly Ranchers. I never tried that one, Big Stan. Sounds good though. When I went into the shoe, yeah. Remember, I went in the shoe in 2001 at the end, and they still had somewhat, you know. Ernie, muy buenas tardes, saludos. Yeah, Jason. I also went to a ranch. I had a hog that was in here in the ranch, you know. My dog was trying to get him, and I went, I don't know how long, like a month trying to get him. Lucky. Man, I still caught the, when your family could still order you the packages, Shady Boy. Basically, I used to send a list and just tell him, oh, I need shoes, I need a sweat. Ya lo demás, you guys know whatever you guys send, you know, if not, don't even trip. Half a soap a day, damn, yeah. In the hole, it was rough, because were you still there? It was still 35 bucks when you were there, John Doe? Because I heard it went up, right, to 45, if I'm not mistaken. A ti te paniquea. Yeah, yeah. After that, it was one a year, or sometimes you got lucky, you know. You found a homie that nobody took care of it, and uh, a señor didn't have him receiving packages already, and he did you the favor, and you got two a year, maybe. Okay, John Doe. Yeah, I was 35, and I was there. Ernie, muchas gracias for that. I highly appreciate you. Man, thank you, Ernie, for the love. Thank you, Ernie, again. What happened, Mike? Mr. De La Cruz, great to see you. My niece, she's doing good. Thank you for asking. She won't be back till Monday, but I probably won't see her till Wednesday, probably. Yeah, but she's good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Thank you. Hope you and family are enjoying a great Friday as every day. Yeah, art. Well, that's mainly it. Artwork, you know. That's all we could really do. Art and other things that ain't really important, you know. Nah, thank you, Ernie. One up. Nah, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Muy buenas noches. Saludos. Oh, yeah, God is good all the time, Mr. De La Cruz. Yeah, I need to. You guys only seen the frame I done out with the floor. Yeah, I gotta do that. Since I've been sick, bro, I haven't really drawn enough. I got some artwork though I'm gonna be sharing here soon. I think I'm gonna go live early tomorrow and just for that, share my artwork. But yeah, mainly that, drawing, art, period. I just did that frame with a floor, tattoo. I love tattooing, drawing, doing tumblers. I gotta buy rags, white rags to do rags. I want to do some big Sam. I said I was, and then I get wrapped up in. But I'm going to. Yeah, Mr. De La Cruz. I don't know what's up with the homies from Modesto. They think like that though. Cause I was out here with Big Happy from Modesto, and up into the point that well, different occasion, but he got shot up too from on one side, and it just stopped functioning right. But that's how he was too. Oscar, Oscar, happy Friday. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and you have a blessed weekend. Mobs, everything comes to the light. No doubt that. You know, even anywhere, mobs, you're able to escape, skate away maybe a year or 2 years, but everything's gonna come to light. Guarantee you that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna dedicate the life just for that. That way I can have it set up in my mind. I haven't had banana pudding in a long time. But yeah, I do. But again, there's sketches, everyone, with a little bit. Ever since all the head strokes, my hands don't work. Every time I try to do something like look, like if I try to string it starts acting up on me. Look, I'm not moving it. I don't know why. But I part of the brain stroke. Always, always. I actually was gonna also share with you guys. That one member I talk about that took care of me in the hospital in Oaxaca when I got shot up. I actually did his whole back, chest blade, and his two sleeves up to his elbows with nothing but evil work. I got pictures of it, but I don't know if it's right. Where did you go? Yeah, it's no, but it's only when I do strength. Like for example, how I go like this, everything good, or like this. But like if I try to like look, force my hand to touch his finger, look, and if I walk, well, when I could breathe before the thrombosis, if I walk too long, my left leg starts that too. I'm lucky I could walk. I'm thankful for it. Did you hear about the riot in LA in La Mesa? I didn't. The riot in La Mesa. No, I hadn't. I hadn't. Or probably it's a recent. Sean Russell. Did he already do that? El Doctor. Okay. I met a lot of homies from San Marcos. Like I said, there was a few of them in town too. Over there in at least in my neighborhood, they were always welcome. Homies from anywhere, and just one happened to be married into the family. Of my worst enemies, and he played the part a little bit too much. Yeah, I got some pictures when I finished his chest, his back, and each sleeve. Yeah, part. Gracias. Big Spanks, carnal, saludos. Great to see you. Yeah, La Mesa. Yeah, I haven't heard. If it's recent like that, it's probably because I've been stuck in the hospital. What's it big though? It's mostly slam down there, so I would love to watch that. All right, Rose, thank you. San Jose, the slangs. Yeah, there's a lot of good, talented raza. Goes. Good night to you. Great to see you. Great Friday to you. I haven't. Big Spanks. I haven't worked with a professional gun, to be sincere. Yeah. Hey, everyone, we're going on 2 hours. I want to let you guys rest. Yeah, Peter. That's what I used to like to do. Tattoos, tumblers, rags, drawings mostly for the streets. Okay. Hay torta con chorizo. Yeah. I just figure I tengo poquito chorizo, a couple huevos, bolillo. Thank you, Park. Thank you, Ghost. I appreciate you. Likewise, stay blessed as family. Peter, a tumbler is a coffee mug. You know, a full white one. Give you an example. I don't have nothing near me. Oh, here, like this. It's like, for example, you see the charger? They come like that, all white, with the same machine. I used to collage the whole thing, but it's a coffee mug, and then put a little bit of floor wax, and then it will stay like that. And rags is a normal white rag, I used to collage it with the ink pen. Thank you, goes, you too. You too, Rose. Hope you have a good night. Juan, muy buenas noches. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your love. Much love and prayers to you and family. Good night, Arturo. Much love. Park, thank you for everything. I mean it from the heart. Gracias. Santo, hope you have a blessed Friday too and a great weekend. Saludos. Yeah. Yeah, also my prayers go out to you, Juan. If you can, let us see. Yeah, that's what I'm going to dedicate tomorrow, Billy. That's what I'm going to dedicate. Nothing but the artwork I have here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring it up tonight to have it up here. Do excuse my mind. You guys seeing how it is. Cool, Granddaddy. Much love and respect. Prayers to you and family always. It's always an honor. Jason, muy buenas noches. Hope you rest well and you have a blessed weekend. Henry, buenas noches. Blessed Friday as weekend to you and family. Peter, hope you rest well. My prayers and blessings to you and family. Goes, gracias. Big Spanks, much love and respect, carnal. Oscar, hope you rest well. Thank you again. Much love and prayers to you and family. Yeah, Billy, my pleasure. Good night. Buen viernes. Mike Pina, much love and respect to you siempre. CPT Pops, again, thank you. Happy Friday. Hope you have a blessed weekend alongside the family. Arturo, bendiciones siempre. Yeah, thank you, Darlene. Good night. I know S1 left probably already, but I love you, bro. Hope you rest well. Again, anyone and Runner's Plug, Agent Orange, my love and prayers to you always. Please let me know if you figure out how to do that so that when they replay the lives, they're able to read the messages. You're going to keep me informed. I appreciate you and all your help. Well, again, if I miss someone, do please excuse me. Big Stan, buenas noches. My love and prayers to everyone. Not just happy Friday, but great weekend to everyone. Be safe. Feliz Cinco de Mayo to those that are over there. And hope you enjoy yourself making memories. Buenas noches to everyone.